If you pull in front, you have a stiff back. And then you have a disbalanced horse, and it is, if in front of the mirror of biomechanics, bad riding. Has nothing to do with dressage, is uneven. You know, when the right hind is not swinging through, the right back muscle is stiff. Clear thing. Or if you see a horse on a circle line, and the horse is behind like this, it is 100% sure the back is stiff. Yeah? If he changes the rein, the unevenness changes. If you have a bigger south end, and you need a big saddle, and you need a big saddle, and you end up sitting here, you can imagine what happens to the long back muscle when you put pressure on this edge here. The transverse spines are stiff. So if your saddle ends here and you make pressure, in the warm blood world, I can give you my experience. I only have one little experience in the Icelandic world. I give you the story later. But in the warm blood, people show up and say, my horse is lame. We trot him outside on the halter, no lameness. We lunge him, no lameness. The guy is sitting on the horse, straight down, no lameness. Going on the circle, he's sitting inside, squeezing here, the inside hind leg cannot get under. He's changing the rein, the lameness goes to the other side. Loss of rhythm, they call it in the warm blood world, when they have the young horses, yeah? They lose the rhythm. If you have a hind leg lameness, changing from one side to the other side by changing the rein, you can be sure nearly 100% back is blocked, a training issue. Never will forget this horse because he came in a walk. I think 120% of the dressage riders dream of this walk. Came in like this. Wow. I said, whoa, what is this? It's a 12, not a 10. Incredible walk. And I said, and the trainer, where is the trainer? The national coach? Is he here? Where is he? Here is my friend. Sitting beside me, and he said, oh, looking forward to the trot. And then he trotted on, and the horse was, do you know how the big dogs are trotting when you look behind? Trotting like this. And this famous person said, oh, many of them do it. Forget about it. Do you remember this? And then I said, no, I asked for a smaller saddle, but we couldn't find a smaller saddle, so then we took the saddle off, and the guy was sitting on the horse without the saddle. Straight, from the first second. Blocked back by too long saddle. Even if you have a 3-year-old stallion with this neck, he looks strong, but he also needs 1.5, 2 years to strengthen the top line, to carry the back in a higher position. This is why the old riding instructors call it relative rising of the forehand. Relative Aufrichtung. The question is relative to what? Question mark. The action of the trunk should be carried out by the top line system. Here you can see an active abdominal system. Look how, but you Icelandic people know how far the pelvis can come down. Yeah? Very active lumbosacral joints. This is very good that we have the mobile lumbosacral joints. This gives the horse the possibility to come under. This is the picture where you can see or where you can try to form the picture of the working long back muscle. If you see the... So, let's look at trot first. And I give you the different ideas about trot, and I have a new picture in here of the FEI rules, so that you can compare a little bit. So as you all know, a trot is a 2-beat in 4 phases with suspension phase in between. When the diagonal is changing, you have a suspension phase, and you have an association between the front forearm and the hind cannon bone. This is an associated flowing trot. Hind cannon bone, front forearm, parallel. back mover. The energy, the pushing power is running through the positive tense, not braced, positive tense back to a soft ball, to the hands, and the pushing power is transformed to movement. If you follow with your eyes, you see a part of a circle. Yeah? It's round. And it should be the same in each trot-like movement. The freedom and regularity of the paces. Regularity of the paces.
Okay.
Harmony, lightness and ease of the movements. Welcome. So, now you see, this is the warm blood world. These are the diagonals in extended trot or in passage. The criterion for a balanced horse is the parallel hind cannon bone and the forearm diagonal. So you all can see, if you see a horse like this lady sitting backwards, pulling on 4 reins. The neck is pulled back. The back is braced. The hindquarters is high. The hind leg is in the stable. But here, hurrah. And I'm sure a few stupid guys think this is good. If this was just a formality, we could say, yes, it looks good, let's do this. But we know that many horses, I don't know how it is in the Icelandic world, but in the warm blood world, many of those horses are destroyed.